Hi, welcome to the Abyss Tarot T.A.T. Today's pick a card is going to be how do men view you versus how do women view you, okay? So the way we're going to do this, we're going to do it in like two tiers, right? So for the men, of course, you're going to select the pile from here. You're going to, click on your pile the way you always do, watch that reading, and then you're going to click over to the pile that you select for the women, okay? So for the men, it's numbers, and for the women, it's letters. So let's say you pick, I don't know, pile number 2 with letter D. So you're going to pick 2D. So you're going to click on 2, and then you're going to click on D. Well, you understand. Okay, you get it. So anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the piles. I'm not going to try to make them too long because, I do make them long sometimes, but since it's 8 that I'm going to have to read, I'm just going to try to make them a little bit shorter, hopefully, okay? No promises. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the piles for the men. How do the men view you, okay? How do the men view you? So the card that came out for pile number 1 was heavy. Look at that. Pile 1 is heavy. Pile number 2 is stripes, okay? Pile number 2, stripes came out. And for pile number 3 is teeny. Pile number 3 is teeny tiny. Okay. And pile number 4 is pink. Okay. Pile number 4, pink came out. And I'm like, it's the only color that came out of all of these. Pile number 4 has the only color. Anyways, let's move on to the women. How do women view you? So, A, let's take a look at A. It says cuddly. Okay. A says cuddly. Cuddly like a bunny. B says rough. B is rough, like this old tree here. Okay, B is rough. And C is gigantic. We got gigantic for letter C. Okay, and letter D is sparkly. Okay, card D is sparkly. So go ahead, take a look at the piles. If you feel called to pick more than one pile, go right ahead. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your reading, except you, copycat. Hi, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number 1 here in the men's section, you chose heavy. I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with earth. So you could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Okay, let's put it right here. With this card heavy, I'm getting like men definitely feel like you're not superficial. You're somebody that's like heavy, you're deep, you have a lot of knowledge too. Also, it almost seems like they look at you as somebody that's been through a lot. So you definitely have that wisdom because you carry a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge with you from things that you've experienced. Also, I feel like they see you as somebody that again isn't superficial. You're not flighty. You're not like you're not like somebody that's like fling type or hit it and quit it type. They see you as somebody that is more like you want something stable, something connected. It is the number 42, breaks down to the number 6. 6 in tarot is the lovers. It is Gemini energy. And 6 is also about connection, those that you want around you in your soul tribe. So definitely the connection of partnership. They definitely see you as somebody that is like partnership material and not somebody that is like fling material. But let's go ahead and take a look at some cards here from the Ken deck. And when we get to the women's section, we will use my homemade Barbie deck, okay, that I made. But for the men, let's use Ken. Okay, pile 1. Pile 1. How do men view you, pile 1? And again, just because they view you a certain way doesn't mean that's what it is, right? Okay, so we have the 9 of spades in the reverse. We have Ken dressed as Batman. The 9 of spades in the reverse, yeah, a lot of you've had a lot of troubles, a lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of anxiety, but it is in the reverse. So again, it's like you've overcome that. But again, you carry that knowledge with you of those experiences. So you're not somebody that's like dumb or airheaded. They see you as somebody that actually is very intelligent, very grounded, and you know a lot. You definitely they see you as somebody that is like a well of knowledge. We have the 5 of spades in the reverse. Look at him, all gussied up in his suit, giving those Libra vibes, right? All suited up, nice and clean. And it's in the reverse though. So you're also somebody that isn't about games. You're not. You're very real. You're very also could be very blunt with these spades here, right? We have the 9 and the 5. You could be somebody very blunt, so that could also be hard for some people. For some men, it could be a little bit of a hard pill to swallow for them because maybe you come off very like, they might ask you want to go out or you want to go for drinks and you're like very straight up. You're like, no, not interested, thanks, but no thanks. So you know what I mean? You come out as very like you don't beat around the bush and you don't play games. So you're very real. Okay. I knew this card was going to come out. The Eight of Spades. It's also in the reverse. Look at that. We have a lot of spades here. Okay, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And like I said, this card definitely gave me the Lovers, Gemini energy, air. So there's definitely a lot of air here. Again, air, right? The mind, the way you speak, your words, right? Your words, the way you think. Definitely see you as somebody very intelligent. Okay, and you do have a way with words. Maybe you're somebody that like speaks in public, or you talk to a lot of people. Maybe they see you as somebody that talks to everybody and their mama. You're not somebody that, again, keeps quiet or reserves certain things. Like, you will be blunt about it. Okay. Yeah, because I see you as somebody that has maybe been through some hard situations, maybe hard living situations too, and maybe like you've shared your story of how hard a certain living situation was, and now how you're like moved on and how things are better, and you're living in a good, stable place, things like that. So they see as like you being able to speak of this shift and transformation in your life, but definitely here with the heavy, like that, you've definitely had a lot of heavy things. So, all right, let's go ahead and get should we get, yeah, we should get, look what my daughter made me. Look what my little girl made me. Okay, it's a worry stone of a cat. Look, she made it for me. Oh my gosh, I told her you should make them and sell them. It's so cute. She's such a crafty, creative little girl. Anyways, and speaking of that, maybe that's how they also see you. Maybe they see you as somebody very crafty, very creative. You're able to create things, right? Okay, so let's see. Let's get some more of these cards and see what else we get. How do men view you, Pile One? How do men view you? Hmm. Okay. We have furry. Look at that. We have furry. And it's orange. So, yeah, it's like a furry isn't always soft, right? If something's furry, it's not always soft, but it can be. So they do see you as somebody kind of like that, like you can be soft, but not always, because again, they see you as somebody that can be very like direct with your words. And this furry, doesn't the fur look like the fur from Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street? And Snuffleupagus is Big Bird's best friend, but he's his imaginary best friend, right? That's come to life, and now everybody else can see him, not just Big Bird. So that's so interesting that came to mind, Snuffleupagus. It's like he was created into a reality, from the mind, right? From the mind of Big Bird, from the imagination of Big Bird, he created Snuffleupagus into a reality, and now everybody can interact with Snuffleupagus. So there's something here with you. It's like what your mind has created. You've created a reality for yourself here with things. It's 40, breaking down to a 4. 4 is about stability. So definitely they see you somebody that has stability, but you definitely have to work at it. Okay, 25, breaking down to a 7 with pointy. Yeah, there it is, that pointy, where you can sometimes have that sharp tongue. Okay, they do see you as somebody that can be pointy and creamy. Look at that, 20, breaking down to a 2. All these colors have orange, a lot of orange and yellow. Orange and yellow, second and third chakra. So they find you attractive too. They find you very sensual. There's something about you, and I think it's your motivation that they find, like, very drawn to. They find themselves very drawn to. um it's basically the way you carry yourself that brings them to have some type of feelings in those lower chakras, to kind of like stir up these emotions about them, in them, about you. Interesting, creamy. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get from my friend Raya's Life is Beautiful deck. Let's go ahead and get 2 cards. We'll get 2 cards. Come on. 2 cards for pile 1, please. How do men view pile 1, please? How do men view pile 1? Yeah, I'm definitely getting the word motivation a lot. So your motivation to men, or men see you as somebody that is very motivated, and again, they like that, they're drawn to that about you. You might like to do a lot of like outdoors activities. Kind of gives me fire element too. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, where maybe you like to be outdoors, maybe you like to go hiking, or maybe you just like to work out, maybe you like to just be active, right? Like go out and go for walks, things like that. All right, 47, fulfilling others' dreams. You're accustomed to cheering others on and supporting their dharma. But now it's limiting your own growth. You might feel overwhelmed, stressed, and lacking control. Reassess boundaries with others and prioritize your needs without overextending yourself. So fulfilling others' dreams. Yeah, they see you as somebody that is very helpful to others too. Yeah, I definitely get that. That you're just kind of like who you can help or who you can, support, as in like maybe giving advice, cheering them on, cheering them up, things like that. And again, you having your own motivation, your own goals, your own dreams, and going after them and fulfilling them. Okay, what else? One more, please. There it is. And we have been bringing sexy back. Oh, okay, I told you. You get their lower chakras activated. Card 99, okay, bringing sexy back. You may perceive a deficiency in both your sexual experiences and your intimate connections with loved ones. Someone may yearn to establish a deeper intimacy with you, yet you might sense a disconnection. Rediscover your mojo and discern what brings you comfort. Your vitality will be rejuvenated once more. So you're definitely somebody that brings sexy back for these people. I mean, this ice cream is like melting. So also it's Snuffleupagus being imaginary, being in Big Bird's mind, makes me think men keep you on thoughts of you on their mind. Basically, let's just kind of try to say it like that. They think of you a lot, right? They might fantasize about you with this creamy card and pointy, and again furry, being in the mind and the imagination. So men might have some type of thoughts, let's just say that they might have some type of thoughts about you. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get some tarot here. All right, let's see, pile one. How do men view you? Pile one. We have the Three of Pentacles. Look at that Earth element. Yeah, you did pick Earth element pile. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Three of Pentacles. They see as somebody that you can grow with, that they can grow with, right? See, he's planted the seeds and now he's watering them. And again, they see you as somebody that is able to do that. It's like you are able to definitely put the work in to plant the seeds, to water them, to take care of them, to maintain them, to make sure that they grow to those flowers and give the fruition that they need to give, right? So they definitely see you as somebody that they could connect with. And again, not somebody that is like a hit it and quit it type, but they see you as maybe somebody that they could bring home to mom type energy. Okay. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, fire element, Aries, Leo, Sag. They see you also defensive about the things that you say, your beliefs. King of Pentacles, Earth again, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. They see you as somebody that is like willing to defend your beliefs, not back down. And also, listen, you're going to work and defend your money because it's your money, it's your coin. And they also see you as somebody that's going to defend that. Not saying that you're cheap, but they see you as somebody that is definitely like, my money, my choice on how I spend it and what I'm going to buy, and how I'm going to use it. They see you as somebody that definitely has the voice to speak up. Like, you're not going to stay quiet about situations. If you see something or like an injustice or somebody around you like getting abused or something happening around you, they see you as somebody that's going to speak up. It's like you're not tolerant of people taking advantage of others, because it seems like you've gone through that experience. They see you as somebody that's gone through that experience, so they see you as being intolerant of that. Like, no, not on my watch. Not on my watch, it's going to happen. Okay, let me get one more. Again, with the King of Pentacles, they see you as somebody also very money, right? The King of Pentacles, he's very money. He looks very put together, so they see you as somebody very put together. Not the Queen of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Pentacles, I feel a different energy from her, but the King of Pentacles, now that's how we talking, right? This is what we talking about. It's like King of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. This is boss energy. They see you as like the boss, not the employee. They see you as the boss. So they basically see that you could probably run them. Like, men see you as you could probably run them. Instead of them telling you what to do, you're going to tell them. But with the King of Pentacles, when he has the coin, he shares it and he takes care of his loved ones with that coin. He's not selfish with that coin. If he has the coin to spend on his loved ones, best believe he's going to spend it on his loved ones. And that's how men, that's how they view you. It's like, if you have it, you're going to give it. You're not greedy by any means. You're not greedy. You work for it and you know what to do with it. And again, it's yours to do with it what you please. But they also see you as somebody that is going to take care of those around you, those that you love. Oh my gosh. And then we have the King of Wands here. Look at this king. He's like pointing, right? We have another king. We have two kings here. You know, he's very charming. The King of Wands is like, woo, just sweep you off your feet, right? So they do see you again as that king energy, not the queen. That's something different. Like I said, king. You are the king in this. You do come in as a heavy hitter, and you did pick heavy, right? The card heavy. You do come in as the heavy hitter, as the king. Somebody that takes care of business. I love the King of Wands. He's charming, he's attractive, and he's somebody that works his butt off. The King of Wands didn't wasn't born into royalty like the other kings. This king became a king because he basically worked himself through the ranks, through the military. You're also somebody that could have been in the military, um, but the King of Wands basically worked himself up through the ranks, you know, becoming the knight, becoming the page, becoming the knight, all these things that he worked through to become a king. So he knows about hard work, he knows about service. So maybe again, they see you as somebody that is like of service to other. You're there to lend a helping hand, and you're there for a shoulder, you're there for an ear, you know, you're there for a word of advice. Like they see you as somebody that's very much, you're there, you're very present. You're not like, this is me, this is my world, and everybody else is just, you know, whatever, a character. You're very much like, um whoever's in your surrounding, whoever's in your soul tribe, whoever's like your group of people that you love, they see you as somebody that will definitely take care of them. Okay, definitely this king energy, very very boss energy. And again, the boss that worked himself through the ranks. It's not like you were handed a company and became the boss of it. It's like they see you as somebody that, you know, with your motivation and pushing yourself, you're definitely somebody that is boss status or can be boss status because you're somebody that's going to work for it, as the King of Wands has, you know. And this king seems to be kind of, almost reminds me of the magician, Gemini, right? Where he's kind of, the magician has his hand up, like as above, so below. So you're definitely somebody that is working and creating and manifesting, you know, the life that you want, because you've lived a life that you did not want. And so you did not accept it. It's like they see you as like, they didn't accept that life. So it's like they've been able to work to get the life that they do want. Okay. All right, Pile One, that is what I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I will talk to you later. Except you, copycat. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number 2 here in the men's section with the zebra stripes here, number, what is that, 47? I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with air. So you could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? So you having picked this card, stripes, this card, well, zebras in general always make me think of somebody that has really good style, and they dress like in bright colors. Um, Definitely air element, but it also gives a Leo energy. Now, not all Leos, right? But they do say with like a lot of Leos, they seem to always dress like younger than their age. So they have a younger look to them too. So you might look younger than your age. Like men might think you look younger than the age you tell them. And also they see your clothes as very fashionable, very up to date, right? Like whatever's in, you might know what's in of fashion and style. And then so again, some people might be like saying that you dress young, but I mean, fashion doesn't have a number. I don't think it does, right? So, you know, maybe people might say like, "Oh, you dress with like your clothes too tight," or something like that. Like maybe dress more appropriate, dress more your age. Like you might have people that say that, but you definitely rock it. Okay, you definitely, whatever you wear, it seems like you rock it. So I definitely get something like about your fashion, your look, and you definitely don't look your age. Like men might again be shocked when you tell them your age because they think that you're actually younger. So maybe they think you're lying and adding more years. But you know, and it's funny because as I was shuffling this deck here, my friend Raya's deck, this card came out. I'm gonna put it back in, but I thought it was so funny. It is number 8. It says superficial boo. So they might also think that you are superficial because again, maybe they think you're like into your looks, into your fashion, that type of thing. And again, that's just what they're thinking. It doesn't even mean it's real, right? So it says, be careful about placing undue importance on material possessions, social status, or fleeting pleasures. Prioritize authenticity, genuine connections, and personal growth. Cultivate relationships and experiences that nurture your soul and contribute to your overall well being. So again, you know, it's just your look. Maybe they think you're too into your looks, and again, it's giving me Leo vibes, right? But I did associate it with air because we know that Libra be dressing. They call Libras salad because they be dressing. Like nobody dresses like Libra, right? They're so put together. Okay, you can definitely tell I know Libra or have that in my chart. Okay, but so anyways, let's go ahead and take a look and see how This is not my pile, right? This is for sure ain't my pile. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Pile number 2. Okay. Definitely getting a lot of Lilith energy coming through too, kind of like the bad bee, right? Very, very sensual, the bad girl energy, that type of thing too. Also, you might work with Lilith. People might, men might see you and think, oh, she works with Lilith, or they assume or think or something like that. Okay, so we do have the Knight of Hearts here. Okay, the Knight of Hearts. Yeah, they definitely be having crushes on you. They definitely have crushes on you when they see you. Okay. I'm hearing you make the men swoon. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I definitely do get that from this zebra here. I definitely do get that. So for this card to have come out right away as the first card, yeah, they see you as like lover, like lover girl, lover boy, whatever. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, come on, no more cards want to come out. Wow. Okay, we got this card here, which is the 10 of Clubs. It kind of came out like this. And it's, oh my gosh, and it's Ken's, like, almost looks like a wedding suit, doesn't it? Look, the 10 of Clubs here. But it came out kind of sideways. I feel like with this card here, it's almost like they men feel like you'd be like a heartache or like a lot of work to kind of like to kind of maintain the relationship or situation going with you. Like, it almost like they feel like they would have to put out a lot of themselves for you to impress you or something like that, is what I'm getting here. Definitely with these two cards, I'm getting that they feel like they would have to basically put out a lot of themselves. And it's like, come on, what, they can't put no effort? They can't put no effort, and they think, oh, it's just too much of an effort. Okay, we have the 8 of Hearts in the reverse. He looks like he's in a boy band. Look, like he's got his little microphone and he's singing. It's in the reverse though. Okay, so we have the 8 of Hearts here. Yeah, I definitely feel like they feel like if they're going to invest in a connection with you, then it would have to be like a lot of work for them. If not, then they would have to basically like walk away. They would have to walk away from you because they'd be like, oh my gosh, pile 2 is just so high maintenance, or they wanted this or they wanted that, or they went shopping instead of giving me attention, like, so I'm getting kind of almost them looking at you like, oh, is this too much for me? Almost like you're too much for them to handle. Basically, it's not like that you're too much, but there's just not enough. Some of these men just aren't enough for you. Okay, let's just say it like that. They're just not enough. All right, let's go ahead and get some more of these cards and see what else we can pick up on. hmm. Oh my gosh, I was just thinking right now, I don't want to make this reading too long because I'm boiling potatoes. And I was like, and then in my head, I'm like, hot potato, hot potato. And then I was just like thinking, yeah, maybe this is how they see you as hot, that hot potato, right? And it's once it's too hot in your hand, you kind of got to let it go, right? So I do feel like they see you as somebody that, would, be definitely very, good to have on their arm and to go out with and stuff like that. But I feel like for them, they see it as like maintaining it, the connection was just too much work for them to put into, and it's just maybe they're just, again, not enough. Not that you're too much, but they're just not enough. Sounds like some of these men might be needy, kind of like mama issues or something. We have orange here. We have orange 23 breaking down to a 5, changes, choices, and challenges. Look at that. Yeah, they feel like it'd be challenges here. And we do have orange here. The orange is the second chakra, the sacral. So definitely a lot of schmexual, let's say it like that, schmexual feelings towards you. Chemistry, definitely being drawn to you, wanting to go out with you. I'm definitely getting wanting to go out with you, like have a good time, that type of energy. But as for like more long term, they feel like it would just maybe like, I don't want to say this, almost kind of like take too much out of them, is what I'm getting. What, they got no energy or what? We have blue here, 37 breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1. Look at that with blue, the blue water, all these emotions here. I also feel like, yeah, definitely like they would have like they see you as somebody that would basically be like a heartbreaker. Like you'd be a good lover and all that, but then you'd be the like somebody to break their heart and they'd have to walk away. It's like a lot of emotion here, and they maybe see that they feel like maybe you wouldn't see them as like being the right fit or being enough or huh. It's almost like judging you of just kind of giving the bare minimum but wanting the most of them. And again, it's just like a perception and a criticism on how they view you. Like you would probably take and then just give the little bare minimum. But again, I feel like these are probably people that got like some mama issues or you know, mama didn't give them enough hugs. I don't know. Let's get one more, please. Let's get one more. One more, please. One more, please. And there it is, green. What is this? Card number 12, breaking down to a 3, green. Green. Interesting here with this color. This would be the 5th chakra, the heart chakra. And then with the plant, earth element. Okay, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And they are the element, the earth element is about the pentacles, the money, the material things. So again, they probably see you as somebody like materialistic, like that other card had said here. What was it? The super, I don't know, whatever the card was. We'll go pull a card right now, but anyways, they might see you as somebody that just wants the green, right? You just want the green, the dinero, the money. Maybe also maybe somebody that smokes the green, right? Maybe they see you as somebody that smokes the green. But definitely here it's kind of like they feel like maybe they would have to spend a lot, and again spend a lot, and you'd probably spend a little bit on them, and again that's just their perception, their view on how they think it would go, right? All right, let's go. Actually, let's get some tarot from the Santa Muerte deck and see what we get. Let's get 3, please, from the Santa Muerte. Pile 2. How do men view you? And we have the Page of Cups. Okay, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio underneath the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Okay, we have the High Priestess here, Pisces, water again. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. There it is. And she's climbing the ladder, Earth element, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So they see you as somebody that wants to climb the ladder to have the most green, right? So maybe they see you as like somebody that wants to be like in the circle of people that have money so that you can make connections and things like that. So again, it's doesn't have to even be real. It's just their perception. Okay, just take it as whatever, entertainment. Um, so yeah, so they see you as somebody that might be trying to get the coin, right? By trying to get the green. So you're trying to climb that ladder here. Okay, normally this card to me is Virgo, and a lot of times people might say like Virgo seems to be more about like the coin, right? Of course, but like all the earth signs, but Virgo's more about like give me your coin and we'll save my coin. We'll put my coin away for later and you give me your coin. So again, that is what I'm kind of getting here with men's view is like they'd be giving you their coin basically. With the High Priestess, Pisces energy here, very intuitive, very psychic, with the Page of Cups too. So they do see you as somebody that is kind of like on the nose about things. Like maybe you tell them things and they're like, oh my gosh, how did pile 2 even know that? Like I didn't even know she knew things like that. So you can definitely pick up on their energy, and I feel like they fear that. Like it's almost like they know you can smell the BS, or you can smell the fear or the small mentality of, I guess, of their perception. Like it's like you already know what they think of you basically, and they know that you know what they think of you. If that makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and get from the Life is Beautiful deck. This is my friend Raya's deck. I'm going to have it linked in the description so you can check out all her decks. They are amazing. Overprotective, 82, breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1. Let's see, overprotective. You may find yourself being overly protective of yourself or others, resulting in you exerting control over your own actions or those of others. You might perceive the world as overly perilous, leading to a sense of caution and overprotection. However, it's important to remember that life isn't flawless and mistakes are indispensable for personal growth. Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of getting, that they feel like they'd be handing you their power, not just their coin, but like they feel like they would relinquish their power to you and you'd be in control of it. And again, I smell like fear and mama didn't give them enough hug vibes and stuff like that here with this overprotective. Again, almost like to where they feel like I can go out with pile two a few times, but after that, I'm going to cut it off because I don't want to get my heart broken. I don't want to get my money taken. I don't want to go through a divorce. I don't want to, you know, go through this hurt. So it's almost like they feel like ahead of time they have to protect themselves. Okay, we have 105 breaking down to a 6 with leveling up. Yeah, again, they see you as somebody that, yeah, will level up. That is leveling up. Okay, it says, it's crucial to concentrate on your goals and your next steps. You're too occupied making progress to spare time for comparing yourself to others or belittling yourself. While you may not have achieved all your goals yet, you're gradually moving into the right direction. Keep pushing forward. Exactly. This is you. This is you leveling up, and they see you as that. So again, like I said, they might see you as like not having time for them because you're doing other things. And again, they're kind of like, well, why aren't you spending time with me, or that type of thing. So they see you as like, oh, this is somebody that is going to break my heart, somebody that's not going to be around for me, even though I'll be around for them, but they're not going to be there too much for me. So again, they see us like maybe they'd have to walk away instead of getting their heart broken, or just pick up their pieces of their broken heart and walk away. You know what I mean? Like leave it at that. So I am getting that here. Again, it's just how they view things, how they look at you, and I feel like a lot of their fears come out, like, oh, pile two is gonna hurt me. But you know, it doesn't mean that's how you are, right? It's just how they view you. It's just their perception, and of course, it's not all men. It's just some here that have come out, and this is how they're viewing you. Okay, all right, pile two. That is what I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number 3, card 48 with Teeny here, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with fire. So it could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Oh my goodness, look at me knocking everything down. Now he looks like he's doing push-ups. Oh my gosh, and I did, gosh, I did get this energy from you, how they perceive you as somebody that maybe likes to work out. And look, he's already trying to do push-ups to impress you. Okay, boy, please put your arms down. So I definitely am getting that you are somebody that's very like on the move, very go go go. Again, maybe you like to work out, you like to be physical. Also, that you might be stronger than what you look or what you they expect you to be. Because here with the little tiny red ant, little fire ant, it's on the leaf, right? And we know that ants are able to carry like way more than their weight. Very strong, very powerful. So I am getting that here. You might be teeny tiny yourself, and they just see you as like, damn, I didn't know you were strong like that, or I didn't know you were a firecracker like that. Like with me, I'm really short. With me, I'm barely 5 feet. Um, but I have been told that I have a heavy hand. I have a heavy hand. Okay, so it's like people aren't don't expect like, whoa, didn't know for you to have such a heavy hand, you know. So I'm kind of getting that energy here. It's kind of like people are surprised because they're not expecting you to do the things that you do or be the way that you are, because they're not expecting it. It's almost like you surprise men, you like shock them with what you're able to do, maybe what you're able to lift, right? And the things that you do. Also, you might be a firecracker, right? The little fire ant makes me think of somebody that's a firecracker, very fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. But it also makes me think air. Air signs are firecrackers too, right? They are very like quick with it, you know. They're very much that little firecracker that is going to like shoot out a lot of spark. And maybe there's a what was the sparkly card on for the women's section? It's what, letter D? Maybe that might be for you. But anyways, so I do feel like there's something about you that surprises men. There's a lot of surprises about you. It's like that they weren't expecting. Very nice surprises. Like, what? Pile 3? I did not know that about you. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what we get. Don't want to make the reading too long. Oh my goodness. I'm like, that's my grandson in the living room. Okay. Okay, this card came out right away. It's in the reverse though. We have the 3 of clubs. What is he doing? Oh, he's like a rock star. Look at that. Fire energy. There it is, coming right through. But it's in the reverse. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sag. In the reverse, this is normally Sagittarius energy. Sag moon also. But Yeah, you don't like to waste time. They perceive you as somebody that likes to get things done, and you basically like to everything to run smoothly. Again, that's how they view you, as somebody that maybe likes to have everything run smoothly and with a quickness. Like you don't waste time, and you don't want to waste time. There's a lot of things that you want to get done. So again, being very active, right? You're very active, and there's a lot of things of like, I got, so many hours in the day, and I got to get these things done. So, and then he is the rock star, even though the card's in reverse. He sees you. He's the rock star, so they see you as a like a rock star. Like, wow, you're a rock star. You can do that. So again, there's a lot of surprises here. That you give men, like, what? You were just a rock star. Thank you. Like, I don't know you could do that. Thank you. I appreciate it. He has his guitar, so maybe that's another thing that might surprise him. Maybe you're musically inclined. Maybe you sing, you play guitar, maybe you play an instrument. And again, that's another like surprise that they were not expecting from you. Maybe you sing, right? Okay, what is this? We have the Eight of Diamonds. Look at that. He's in his Marines uniform, military. So another thing that might surprise them is maybe you act like you're in the military, or like you've started in the military again, because it's almost like you like everything to be done, and like with a quickness, and you want it done right, and you want it done quick, and you don't want to waste time. Okay. This is also about work. So maybe you're somebody that this is how you work. You just work very like almost like a machine, right? You work almost like a machine. Here with the Eight of Diamonds. Yeah, you're somebody that they see you as being able to learn a lot of trades. So maybe you have like multiple jobs. Maybe you have like a part-time job doing this and a part-time job doing that, and they're two very different opposite things. So again, these are the surprises that they're like, wow, like they're in a, they work teaching class in a sewing circle part-time, and then their other part-time job is waitressing at a bar that is, whatever, you know what I mean. So it's kind of like there's a lot of things that you do, and a lot of surprises here. Also, you, like I said, you could have been in the military too. That could be a surprise to men. Okay, we have the Queen of Clubs. Look at that. She's dancing on the dance floor. Looks like she's in a dance contest or something with Ken here. Very beautiful pink energy here. So heart energy again, like I said with this card, you have a lot of heart. Definitely have a lot of heart. Here with the Queen of Clubs, definitely see you as somebody very attractive. They see you as somebody very attractive. So it's kind of like they see you as somebody that isn't like afraid to break a nail. Like you might have your nails done, but you're not afraid to break a nail. You definitely are going to get things done no matter what. You know what happens, right? If it makes your hair messy or whatever, you're still going to get things done. But they see that very attractive about you. They see as you having a lot of very attractive qualities. And like I said, it looks like her and Ken are like in a dance contest. So maybe you dance too. Maybe that's another thing that surprises them. They're like, wow, you can get down on the dance floor. Like there's just all kinds of surprises about you here. Okay, let's go ahead and get some cards from here. Don't want to make the reading too long. Okay, here with the Queen of Clubs. This is Leo energy. Could also be Aries, Sagittarius. Okay. Fire for sure. Fire, earth. We have fire and earth here. I feel like they see you as somebody that can do a lot, but you don't overdo it. It's almost like you do just the right amount, especially with fire and earth here. It's almost like you set things ablaze, you set things afire, but you don't let the fire run wild. Like you're able to control and maintain that fire. Like you don't let it run off and everything's burning down. Like you're definitely able to maintain it. So they definitely see you as somebody that is able to do all those things, but like in a controlled way. Again, it's kind of like this, and this, and I got to get it done this, and this time, And then I got bedtime at 9, so like that type of thing. Whew. Oh, we have creamy 20 breaking down to a 2. Pile 1, I think, also had the card creamy. So yeah, definitely here with the Queen of Clubs, very creamy. Okay, so very attractive. They find you very attractive. Let's just say that. Okay, it is a cupcake. Okay, that is a creamy cupcake. So yeah, I'm like, so yeah, They find you very attractive, very sweet, and there's just a lot of surprises about you. Okay, we have Silvery here. Silvery, look at this. It looks like a candle holder, right? Fire element. Here with Silvery, this is very feminine energy. Silver is associated with the moon, the feminine side. So they see you as somebody very feminine. They see you as somebody very feminine, but again, you're able to rock and be rough with the boys. Again, they see you as somebody feminine, attractive, but if you're going to break a nail, you're going to break a nail. You're still going to do it. You're not like, oh no, I can't. It'll mess up my hair. Like, no, you're going to do it. Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot of mystery about you because, again, I feel like you surprise men so much that they feel like there's a mystery here about you with the Silvery here. Makes you think, the moon energy, right? So there's like a lot of unknown, a lot of mystery, and it's like they want to know more. So basically, you kind of leave them. I'm hearing that. Remember that commercial? It says inquiring minds want to know with the Inquirer, like that Inquirer gossip magazine. I don't know if they still have it, but back in the day it was like that gossip magazine, and it would always say inquiring minds want to know, and that's what I'm getting here. Like their minds want to know, they want to inquire more about you, they want the gossip, they want the tea on you. And speaking of the tea, oh my gosh, there's two cards. Speaking of tea, like you can't make this up. Steamy. Definitely steamy. They want that steamy hot tea on you. What card is this? 46. Okay. 46 breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1. They want new beginnings. They want to know all about you from the beginning to the end. And then we have card number 1 here, another 1. Wow, 11. It's almost like you're their wish fulfillment here with the number 11. It's almost like they want to partner up with you. Okay, we have yellow here. We have yellow, so again, very attractive. This is Leo energy, fire element. Also Aries, definitely fire, definitely the fire signs coming through. So here with this yellow, right? Like kind of you also being able to make, lemonade, right? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So they definitely see you as somebody that's able to do that. You're not going to be like, oh no, life gave me lemons and I'm just going to lay here on top of the lemons. You're going to like actually get up and make the lemonade. So they see you again as somebody that is like, no matter what, you are tough. You are a tough cookie. Okay. They see you as a tough cookie, but in a very attractive way. It's kind of like being one of the boys, but being very attracted to you. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get some tarot here from the Santa Muerte deck. All right. Let's see. How do men view pile number 3, please? How do men view pile number 3, please? Oh, and we have justice here. Look at that Libra energy. So they see you as somebody very fair. They definitely see you as somebody very fair. Um, you're definitely somebody that maybe also is like getting earth element here now too. Yeah, so there's definitely earth and fire here a lot. Earth and fire. Even though Libra, justice here is air. What the heck? Did you hear that? So neighbors, they're like screaming their A's off, but I think they're just playing. But goodness, um, yeah, maybe you're able to scream at people like that too. But anyways, yeah, I just feel like you're somebody very just, and they see you as also somebody that gets their karma, right? Because justice is also sometimes about getting karma, but it's getting karma in a good way because karma isn't always bad. Like I always say, karma's not bad. Karma is just basically you reaping what you sow, and it's like men seeing you basically what you've sown. It's like you reap it, so you're doing good. You're doing your work. You're moving along. You're doing whatever it is that you're doing in your life, and so they see like rewards coming. They see you. It's like the universe, like watching out for you is what I'm feeling here. It's like men see you as like the universe watches out for you, the universe looking out for you, the universe taking care of you. Huh. Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles here, Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This is normally Capricorn, Earth element. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. There you go. Look, there's your karma, your good fortune, positive things. Again, it's like the universe, they see you as somebody that is doing the right thing, almost like being a very like good citizen, something like that. And it's kind of like the universe taking care of you. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water element. Look at that. Four of Pentacles. They see you holding on. She's wearing a wedding dress here, and I don't know if you can see, she's picking up the man, like the little groom. She's picking up the little man, the groom, and she's in the wedding dress. She's like, "Come on now, we're gonna go get married." So she's like, "Come on now, I already got my dress on, so let's go." So and she's bigger than him, right? She's like bigger than everybody, than everything. So yeah, so again, they see you as somebody that could definitely take charge. You can be in that wedding dress and look beautiful and put together, but you're gonna take charge. But again, you have a lot of heart too, is how they see you. See how she's giving her heart? They definitely see you as somebody that gives your heart. You give your all. Like I said, with this green here, with this little teeny tiny end, it's very fiery and it has a lot of heart. They see you as somebody that has, you might be little, but you got a big heart, basically, you know? You might be small, but you got a big heart. You have a lot of heart. A lot of positive things here. Okay. Okay, and saw another one. Did another one flip? Nope. Okay, it was just that one. All right. Oh, we do have two. Okay, so we have card 100 with weeds. And look, the sun is here. Okay, so people in your life may be impeding your progress, and you're cognizant of their influence. Despite your advancements, their presence feels constricting, hindering your potential. Consider evaluating these relationships and discerning if it's opportune to part ways. Their presence may limit your growth and your potential. So yeah, so they even men, again, they see that they might be in your way. They might see like you're basically a star shining on your own, and they see with them they'd probably be in the way of kind of like blocking your light, blocking your sun, because it's in the reverse. See, so it being in the reverse, they see you, they see themselves as maybe like being in the way, like, or maybe they would have to basically be out of the way for you to kind of do your thing, right? Do your your ant thing, right, of being on your path and carrying all that strength, all that load. And it's almost like they feel like they would just probably have to like move out the way, like pile through their do their thing, and I'll just be right here cheering them. Okay, so we have 52 breaking down to a 7, and protecting yourself. Listen to your intuition and trust your gut feelings. If something feels off or uncomfortable, honor those feelings and take steps to protect yourself from potential harm or danger. Stand up for yourself when faced with unfair treatment or mistreatment. Again, this is you. They see you as like you're going to protect yourself. She's wearing this is a woman, she's wearing a dress and she has her gloves on. She's all dressed up. Look at her skirt. But then she has on that mask too, that gas mask, to protect herself. So again, they see you as somebody that can be very put together, very beautiful. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number 4, this pink card here, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with water. So it could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Now, I just want you to know that I already did your reading. I had already talked and talked and talked, you know me. And then all these mishaps started happening. One, the power went out. It just went out, and it was like, what? And it obviously went out in the whole neighborhood, because you heard like a boom outside, and then everything went out. And then like after a minute or two, it came back. So I was like, okay. So I continue reading. Then after that, there's some alarms going off out in the street. I don't know if it's their house alarm, somebody, a neighbor, I don't know. You hear alarms, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Then after that, um my microphone died. Okay. Oh my gosh. Listen, it was one thing after another, and I just kept going, pile 4, what's going on, what's going on? But anyways, I just want you to know that I have these cards here, and I'll just basically give you the gist of it, and then I'm going to pull some more cards for you. But and I'm doing this without the microphone, so I hope you can hear me okay. But what I did get, pile 4, how men view you, is that you're somebody that has a big heart. Here with the pink, very heart chakra. Also with the green, scratchy here, the aloe vera plant, which is a very healing plant, very medicinal. And it's green, right? So again, heart chakra. So again, they see you as somebody that has a big heart. Yeah, so you picked water element. So obviously you have a big heart. You're very nurturing, very caring. But also men see you as somebody that has a lot of like gifts, a lot of talents, very creative, very artistic. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're very artsy, or maybe even in the way you dress is very like artsy. But they see you as somebody that definitely has gifts, talents, but they also see you as somebody that doesn't give yourself the credit you deserve, and you don't trust your potential. You don't give yourself like, you know, like the value of your work. Basically, it's almost like you kind of give yourself less. Kind of gave me Cancer vibes, because we know that Cancer basically is very nurturing, very motherly, and they take care of everybody first, and then Cancer takes care of themselves last. So this is what I'm getting here with these vibes. It's almost kind of like men view you as, you don't take care of yourself the way you do others, and you put yourself last. Also, you kind of say, no, I'm not that talented. No, I'm not that good at drawing. No, I'm not that good at singing. It's, again, it's kind of like you don't give yourself the credit that they see you have. They're like, wow, pile 4 has a lot to offer, a lot to give, but they don't see it. And it's like they want you to see it. They see that basically you don't give yourself the credit. And they also see you as somebody that has soulmate energy, and even if it's not in a romantic sense that they're looking at you, but they definitely see you as a soulmate. So they see you as definitely somebody that they connect with, somebody that they can trust, and basically like discuss their hopes and their dreams and their fears and all that stuff with. You're not somebody that's going to laugh at them or make fun of them or dismiss them. There's definitely an energy of very accepting and not dismissive of other people. So it's almost like they know that they can let their guard down and be comfortable with you. But for you, they see you as somebody that kind of has a little bit of a guard up or a little bit of a mask on, because you don't really reveal yourself fully. Is Scorpio vibes too here, water. You don't reveal yourself fully, and it's almost like you just hold back with yourself, and they would want you to basically unleash more of you, be more you, just be more in your power. And here, like I said, they see you as definitely soulmate energy. We have the Two of Hearts, and then we have here the Two of Cups. Look at that, so beautiful. This Two of Cups here in the Santa Muerte deck, where he is pouring into her cup, and she has her hand on his heart. So it's very, very much like reciprocal energy here. So again, they see you as somebody that wouldn't take, but you're somebody that gives, but you don't give a lot to yourself. They don't see you as somebody that gives a lot to yourself. And they would like to see you do more of that, give yourself more credit. They see you also as somebody that is very attractive, but it's almost like you don't feel it, or you don't show it, and maybe you don't dress it either. It's almost kind of like men see you as like, wow, if pile 4 was, you know, wearing, I don't know, a pink top, they'd, oh my gosh, it would just, you know, bring out their smile and their eyes and blah blah blah. So again, it's almost like they see you as you just don't credit yourself like you should. Okay, but let's go ahead and pull some more cards. I am so sorry that all these mishaps happen. Maybe you're somebody also that has a lot of mishaps in your life, a lot of situations, a lot of struggles, a lot of like little stops here and there, to where maybe that's why you don't give yourself the credit, because it's like it's always one thing after another. So maybe you're like, well, if I get my hopes up, then something happens, or if I try this, then it falls apart. So again, maybe that's why, also another reason why men maybe see you as you don't give yourself credit like you should. But let's get some of these cards from my friend Raya's Life is Beautiful deck. Okay, so we have the card 63 breaking down to a 9 with hoarding. Look at that. Okay, you may feel a strong inclination to hold on to things, whether physically or mentally, but they are holding you back. It's time to declutter and let go of certain aspects of your life that are taking up space. Wow, so there's a hoarding here. So again, it's almost like you hold back a lot. You're holding in emotions, you're holding things, and maybe you kind of hoard things too. Maybe the men that do know you see you as maybe you hoard on to things, which is like, it's an emotional thing, right? It's kind of like not wanting to let go, because there's a fear, if I let go, then maybe I won't have it again. So maybe they do see you as needing to let go of some of these feelings, these emotions, and maybe even some stuff, right? Maybe you do have some stuff that you hoard, but they do see you as kind of like you are restricted and resisted, like you resist yourself by holding on, and kind of instead of like opening up, right? Because it's like they see you as this flower here, this beautiful pink flower that's like blossomed and in bloom, and instead you're kind of like this with yourself, but with others you're very kind and sharing and giving. Okay, let's get 2 more cards. Okay. We have say less. 34, say less. Okay, let's do this. Oh my gosh, and she's wearing zebra print. Wasn't pile 2, I think, zebra? I'm not sure. Okay, it says say less. Sometimes it's necessary to speak up, but at other times there is a need to stay silent. You are receiving downloads and messages from others that require thoughtful listening. Sit with these messages and learn to interpret them in a way that can help you move forward with your decisions. Okay. Also, maybe, yeah, maybe you don't speak up enough, you know, maybe you, again, hold back. And yeah, maybe they see you as somebody that is very intuitive too, because, you know, water, maybe you're somebody very intuitive. There's a lot of things that you know. You have spiritual gifts. Also, I feel like they see you as somebody that waits too long for the moment, and then somehow like the moment passes you and it kind of slips you. So again, it's kind of like they want you to open up, to flourish like the flower, to take more action, to do more, and to have more confidence in yourself, because like I said, it's like they see you as attractive and very like crafty and clever, and you know how to do things, and you, like I said, you maybe have talents and gifts, and you're artistic, but you kind of don't see that in yourself, or you don't think it's that important about you, or you know, it's like you don't give yourself the props and the flowers, right? It's like they give you flowers, but they see you don't give yourself the flowers, you don't give yourself the love that you should. Okay, we have 16. Too self-sufficient. Look at this. The flowers. Speaking of flowers, right? It's a bouquet. Relying solely on oneself can lead to isolation and loneliness. Constantly shouldering all responsibilities. Exactly. That's exactly how they see you. Without delegating or asking for help can lead to burnout. It's crucial to strike a balance and recognize when to seek support from others. Yeah, because again, you're somebody very like, let me take care of people. Let me be there for them. Let me be that shoulder. But they don't see you doing that for yourself. And they, again, how the card says, it leads to burnout. This is a bouquet of flowers, see? But you got it in the reverse. So it's like you're not giving yourself the flowers that they're saying, why don't you? You know, you cut yourself short on things. Here with the scissors, you cut yourself short on things. There's a lot of things that you know how to do. And they're very like things that you put a lot of heart into. You know, things that you know how to do, but with a lot of heart. It could be cooking too, and you put a lot of heart into it, and maybe your food comes out like really good, and you don't give yourself the... Okay, pile 4, when I tell you there's been nothing but mishaps with your pile, there's been nothing but mishaps. Right now, my phone just shut off. I'm like, what is going on here? Pile number 4, what is going on? How do men view you? They see you as maybe somebody that shuts off, right? Again, that you don't open up, you don't... you're not like in your power as how they see you, because they see you as somebody very powerful, but they see that you're not seeing that about yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see. 80, fighting for your right. Look at that. You're constantly proving yourself, striving diligently to score a seat at the table. However, it seems like numerous obstacles, oh my gosh, are stacked against you. Look, exactly like I said, all these little mishaps one after another. And it's like you've already been, you know, fighting for that seat at the table, and it's been one thing after another. Okay, don't let negative thoughts, external factors, or circumstances deter you from pursuing your dreams. Perseverance and keep fighting. Persevere and keep fighting. So exactly, this is how men see you. It's like you've gone through all these things. Don't give up. Stay in the fight, because they, again, they see you as somebody very strong. Scratchy here, right? You have a lot of heart, but your heart is very protected too, because you don't open up to people. You don't let them in. So they're like, what's going on, pile 4? You're so kind to others, but when it comes to you, you don't open up too much. You don't say too much. You don't acknowledge yourself, you know? Okay, one more, and I think that will be it, because I honestly don't know what's going on here, pile number 4, with all these mishaps. Oh my goodness, goodness gracious. Okay, one more for pile 4. How do men view pile number 4, please? One more, please. There it is. And we have reactive 84. Okay, let's see. You may be tempted to react in a certain manner due to a person's behavior or the outcome of a situation. You sense that someone or something has wronged you and you're poised to confrontation. However, it's prudent to contemplate matters thoroughly before you rule your actions and hindsight. So also here with the scratchy, again, the aloe vera plant is very healing, right? When we have burns, like sunburns, it's you put it on and it's so cooling, it feels so good. So it's that energy of being very kind, but also here with the scratchiness, you can be this way too. If somebody you feel wrongs you, and that's another reason maybe why you kind of close yourself off to men, how they see you a little bit closed off, because maybe you've been wronged a lot and you're like, why am I going to open myself, right? Like this flower, why am I going to open myself when they're just going to, pull my petals off again, right? So it's like you don't give that too much power with how men perceive you in that, but also you're not giving yourself your power. Okay, so definitely understand about this. Like somebody wrongs you, definitely get that you end up protecting yourself, but at the same time it's kind of like you're not letting yourself fully open and be who you are, right? And be who you really are and be somebody powerful, be that champion here that's been in the fight, because that's who you are. All right, well, that's what I have for you, pile number 4, before any mishaps happen again. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you that chose letter A, the cuddly bunny here, I always like to associate the piles with an element, and so for this pile, I've associated it with water. So you could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Now here, we have most of my nails have fallen off since the last video for the men, because I did have to take a pause after that one because I ended up finding out news that our wonderful mentor, friend, right, spiritual teacher, Jesse Reese from Swimming Through the Void has passed. And it was kind of hard. It was a shock, right? And so I just gave myself a few days since doing the men reading, gave myself a few days to do How Do Women View You, okay? So some of my nails have fallen off since then. And also very interesting because right now, as I was getting everything ready, set up for your reading, I got a notification, from a comment on one of my videos. So I click on it, and it's this woman, I'm guessing it's a woman, who says, "I'm sorry to say this, but your face is unrecognizable." And I'm like, huh? What? What the F? So I click on her channel. She has like a lot of shorts and like, I don't know if she's like supposedly like spiritual person, right? I don't know, but she, I'm like, what does that mean? Like unrecognizable in what way? I don't know her. Two, what does she mean by that? Because obviously, yeah, I mean, I've been changing, right? Because I've been gaining weight and I've um have high levels of cortisol right now. I'm just going through different things, fluctuating with my body right now. I'm getting older, like I said. And so I'm like, what does this woman mean? Like seriously, what? It just pissed me off so bad. It's like, I'm sorry to say this, but your face is unrecognizable. Like, recognizable from what? I don't know you. What are you talking about? Anyway, so that's what I'm like, right as I was setting up your pile here. So that's what I'm kind of getting, that maybe you go through this, like maybe you get a lot of hate comments, maybe a lot of people are haters. They judge you, right? Very judgy energy. And so again, maybe you just get a lot of hate from other women, a lot of jealousy, mostly is what I'm getting. It might be coming from that. Here with Cuddly, right? You pick Cuddly the bunny, very gentle. It is very mother energy. So maybe other women see you as somebody very nice, somebody that can definitely give good advice, something like, you're going to be there, how we would want a mother to be, right? You're through their hard times, you're maybe going to comfort them or have a kind word or have a smile or a hug, right? Because it says cuddly, so they see you as somebody cuddly, somebody that'll give a hug, warm hugs, right? Like Olaf says. So maybe they see you as somebody that's also, very gentle, very nurturing. The bunny is also represents money, so maybe you look very put together too, and that could be where maybe jealousy come in, and women might be like, look at her, she thinks she all that, or something like that, and you're like, what? Huh? What does that mean? I'm just here living my life, right? So that's probably where that jealousy comes in, because you might also look put together, you might look very money, because the Empress, which is, the mother, um she always has the bunny with her in her picture. She has the bunny with her, which represents fertility, things coming to fruition, so creating things. So women see you as probably maybe somebody that has a lot of kids, or you like children, you like being around children, something like that. Maybe you're like a teacher, right? A teacher, somebody that works with kids or is around kids a lot, so maybe they see you as somebody that is very good with children. Okay. But yeah, so anyway, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, do we start with, no, actually, let's start with this. Let's start with this one. And let's see. How do women view you, pile one? Besides cuddly, right? Besides like the cuddly bunny. Okay. So the bunny is also a nervous energy. And it's also, bunnies right away, they get nervous and they run off. So maybe women see you as somebody that is probably like not confrontational, right? And somebody that's just going to avoid problems. If there's problems, maybe you just walk away. They see you as somebody that is not going to be like ready to like jump into a fight or something like that. Okay. So we have 38 here with flat. Yeah. Maybe they also see you as somebody that isn't going to hold like a lot of conversation with them. Like you're not somebody that has like the gift of the gab. Basically, you're not going to talk their ear off. You're just going to be somebody that's going to keep it simple. Just, like flat. Just, okay, this is what it is, and this is how it has to be, and this is blah blah blah. Like you're going to keep it simple. You're not going to, give it all these twists and turns and make it into a pretzel conversation. Okay, we have 21 breaking down to a 3 with large. Okay, so they see you as your energy as very large. So again, you probably do attract a lot of attention. It could be the way you dress, just your energy, your vibe. You attract a lot of attention. And maybe you have a lot of friends too. With 21 here. What is that smell? I'm like smelling gas. Could be outside. I'm smelling gas. That's weird. Um, so you could have a lot of friends, and this could be how your friends see you too, is what I'm getting here with this large card. Or they could just see you as maybe large, right? Like me, I've gained weight, so maybe they're like, oh, she's gained weight, or he's gained weight. Like maybe again, judging, right? Judging you. How that comment, you look completely unrecognizable. Oh, shit, bitch, I've gained weight. um so maybe they look at you as somebody that's like put on weight, or you're bigger or something like that. But the elephant also is it's a lot of knowledge, and it's feminine ancestor energy. So you definitely do have like a lot of that feminine soft energy, like the Empress, like I said here with the bunny, kind of it's like with the Empress energy. So they do see you as that. So they see you as somebody bigger than them. So again, that's where I'm getting this hater energy comes in from some women, not all women, but some women do see you as being bigger than them, as in like above them, as more important than them, and they do feel smaller than you. So that's why we have this large energy, this elephant here, because some women will feel like they're less than you, and it's not that you're making them feel that way. It's just their own insecurities. They're making themselves feel that way, when they're around you. Blue, we have 37 breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1 with blue here. Blue is communication. It's also throat chakra, the 5th chakra. It's also your thoughts and how you express yourself. And again, it here next to flat, right? Like I said, you're probably not somebody that makes this big story and blah blah blah, and you say all these things. You say very straight out, this is what it is and this is what it ain't, and that's basically it. So they do see you as somebody that's very good with your communication. You're able to express it, explain it, whatever. You're really good with communication. So you might be an air sign too, or have air in your chart. There's definitely the blue sky here, and then the blue water. A lot of blue here. There's somebody very smart too, very smart, because that blue is your thoughts. So they see you as somebody that's like really intelligent. And then with the elephant is very wise. Why? I'm like, oh my gosh, whoa. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You weren't even seeing these cards. Okay, so um, so the elephant is really smart, Okay, and then we have silvery here. What number is this? 29, breaking down 2011, breaking down to a 2. Okay, so silvery is feminine energy. Okay, again, it's they feel like you have a lot of knowledge. They feel like you're very smart. You have a lot of knowledge. Like you can definitely show them a lot of things, teach them a lot of things. You might have that esoteric knowledge, right? And you're able to communicate it and maybe explain it to people, or teach them in a way that they're not feeling like, oh, it's woo woo or it's weird or stuff like that. So there's a lot of feminine energy here with you, also around you. So you probably do um, have a lot of women around your energy. Maybe you work with a lot of women, but definitely there's definitely a lot of feminine energy around you. So like I said, you have those that are like judging you and being haters, but it's based from like their own insecurities. And then you have the ones that look at you and they're like, wow, you're so smart, you have a lot of knowledge, and I know that you're there for people when they need a hug, a cuddly hug, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot. No, actually, sorry. See, I keep. We're gonna go ahead and use my homemade Barbie deck. Okay. What is she? What is this? Oh, this is Ken. I'm like, what does he have on his head? This is the devil. Okay, the devil. It was in the reverse though. So some women might see you as toxic, and again, I feel like it's with the jealous energy, because you definitely are surrounded by a lot of feminine energy, a lot of women, and again, a lot of them see you as somebody with a lot of knowledge, very wise. And the silvery makes me think of moon energy, feminine energy. So yeah, water, Cancer, Pisces, even Scorpio here. So I feel like you have water and air maybe in your chart. Water and air is what I'm feeling coming through. Water, air, a little bit of earth, not so much fire. And that's where I'm also getting this energy that those that are like haters almost try to come in with like a bully energy, because they see that you're not gonna like maybe like clap back or snap at them or something like that. You're more like reserved in that way, as to where you're not gonna like entertain their craziness, their battle, or whatever they're trying to do. Okay. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Earth element, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So again, with the money. So yeah, so some of them see you as looking very put together, that you look very money. Also, maybe you're really smart in how you make money, right? Maybe, you've explained to them, look, you can make money like this too, like this, and this. So definitely very smart in the way you make money, the way you handle money. And again, you just look put together. Look at her outfit. It's so cute. Look at her outfit. Okay, so let's continue. Ooh, that card came out right away. Okay, we have the strength in the reverse, fire element, Leo energy. Yeah, and like I said, probably not so much fire in your chart. Look, see how the little dog is like trying to pull the big dog. It's in the reverse. And again, they feel almost like, some of them, these bullies, they might feel like you're weak, or you're not going to stand up for yourself, so they're going to talk some crap about you. you know they might not have the balls to say it to your face, but they're going to talk some crap about you. And then we have 20 here with a judgment. It's Pluto energy, so that's Scorpio. And so some of them that you don't talk to are looking at you and they want to talk to you again. It's like some that maybe you've lost contact with, or whatever happened, haven't talked to them in a while. It's like they want to reach out and talk to you again. So obviously you've made some type of impression in their life, right? That they kind of want it back. Let's get one more. Oh, and look at that. We have the two of wands. We have two Kens here, decisions. And again, I feel like this is, you have like the haters, and then you have the ones that like do like you, because like I said, I feel like you're surrounded by many women here. And also the two of wands does talk about moving forward. It is fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. It does talk about moving forward to like bigger and better things, getting something better for yourself, going after the things that you want. So they do see you as somebody that is doing that, right? They see you. And again, some might be very like impressed and happy and proud, but then there's all those that are like hating on it. They're definitely hating on it. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's get from the Santa Muerte. Okay. Let's get 3, please. Let's get 3 for pile A. Pile A, please. Let's get 3. How do women view you? How do women view you? Pile A. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords here. We have the 2 of Swords. And we have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you're very good with communication. Also, your cutoff game is strong. So again, I feel like the people that maybe you're not in contact with, that maybe you've cut them off, they want to come back. They want to talk to you again. Also, some women see you as somebody that can't um really be part of like a team, because it's almost like they feel like you take all the credit, or all the energy goes to you, or you get all the praise. And again, that might be where the haters are coming in here, but they almost feel like they can't work with you because you're going to get all the praise. But it's also because you're very good at communicating, so it's like maybe the boss is going to want to talk to you about it instead of like talk to them, about it, because maybe they don't like have the right answers or the right words for it. Yeah, definitely jealousy here. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna get from my friend Raya's Life is Beautiful deck. Let's go ahead. This is her deck. Life is Beautiful. And let's see. Let's get 3 cards. Raya 3. Definitely feel a lot of Cancer energy in this reading. A lot of Cancer. I feel like, to me, Cancer kind of carries like a big energy, and it's almost like an energy of everybody wants to go to them. Everybody wants help from them. Everybody wants a shoulder to lean on from them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like um, there's just a lot of like hidden enemies too in those people. Okay, we have 100 with weed here, and it's in the reverse. So again, cutting out the weeds. And like I said, some of these women see your cutoff game as very strong. Okay, people in your life might be impeding your progress, and you're cognizant of their influence. Despite your advances, their presence feels constricting, hindering your potential. Consider evaluating these relationships and discerning if it's opportune for you to part ways. Their presence may limit your growth potential. So yeah, exactly. It's like you're able to cut people off because you see that, they're hindering you, they're blocking you, things like that. They definitely see that your cutoff game is strong. But then too, it's like it's the same thing like what I said about them seeing you and saying, oh well, you can't work with pile A because oh, they're just so hard to work with and they take all the credit and blah blah blah. So this again, it's them feeling like they're less than you, and then they're going to try to block you. But I mean, they're trying to. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, we do got 2 cards. Okay, perfect. So we have card 13, holding back. Yeah, definitely. Okay, recognize your limits and set boundaries when necessary to protect your well-being. Assertively communicate your needs, because you're very good at communicating. That's one thing. But I feel like, again, like they see you as somebody that's not going to talk crap. Like you're not somebody that is going to entertain that, and you're just not going to talk crap. You're probably going to walk away. So, okay, so anyways, so set boundaries when necessary to protect your well-being. Assertively communicate your needs and preferences, and don't be afraid to say no when something doesn't align with your truth. Absolutely. See, look at that. Okay, we have 31. Oh, wow. So we have 13 and then 31, the same number, but in the reverse of each other. It's like mirroring. Increase in finances. There are opportunities surrounding you that will help increase your status and finances. Things are looking up for you. but be sure to remain open to receiving. You are finally being recognized by the universe, and so you are reaping what you have sown. Exactly, exactly. You are reaping what you have sown. And it's like people are saying, oh, well, you're just taking the credit, oh, we did the work too, and blah blah blah. Jealous haters, that kind of energy. But like I said, you do have a lot of people too that are very impressed by you, that give you your props, that they're like, yeah, you're very smart, you're good with communication, you know, you have the energy, this vibe about you, blah blah blah. You know, I mean, we have the sun here in this card. It's in the reverse, but the sun is still here. So again, we have those people that might see you as somebody that, oh, has a big ego. You think you're all that because you dress this way, or because you have nice clothes, or because this, or 'cause whatever, you know. So you do have those people, but again, it's like it's your energy that is bringing you good things. You know, you're definitely the elephant. It's like his moves, his next steps are very calculated, they're very thought out. And so that's you, that's your energy, that's what you do. It's very like, you don't do things just to do them. You don't talk out your ass, you know. You don't take actions out your ass. Like, you really think about things before you do them, and you really think about them before you say them. So things seem to be moving in the right direction for you, you know. But again, you do have haters. Okay. You know what, let me get you some cards from this other Barbie deck, this other one here. Okay. And we have the letter, so messages. Okay, messages. What kind of messages? Let's see. I wanted to make this reading quick, but look at me, here I am. Just want to get a few more cards here for you. Pile A. Okay, so we have 5 with the tree. Okay, so we have the tree here. This could be also women from your family. And the elephant, again, does represent ancestors, feminine energy, in your bloodline, right? And here we do have the tree. So with this could be the females in your family, right? You know, that see you like this. And it does say here, health, boring, and kinfolk. So this could be some of your kinfolk, you know, somebody related to you that sees you as like boring, and maybe you have health issues, and that's another thing they're taking notice of. Okay. It does say healer, shaman, and in touch with nature. So this could again, they see you as somebody that is very you know, in tune with nature, with healing. Maybe you have different, like, you know, things that you do for healing. Maybe you take like home remedies and herbs and things like that. Okay, it says slow talker, long storyteller, and boring. So again, some people might see you like this. Okay, slow talker, long storyteller, and boring. But this could be just the females in your family, because I see a lot of other females that look at you as being like very good with what you say, and you get to it. And we do have the snake here. See, yeah, definitely snakes. You definitely have snakes here. And it says treachery, other woman, and rival. Yeah, women see you as a rival. They see you as their rival. Wow. And that's where that, oh, look at letter A, thinks they're all that. Okay, so this says could be a 40-year-old, over 40-year-old woman, wears glasses, and it says other woman could be a lesbian. Okay, so it could be, could not be. You know, it's a general reading here on the internet, but you could also have that. Okay, somebody older in their 40s, wears glasses, and could be a lesbian, but definitely rival here. It says rival. Okay, and again, somebody that could be related to you is seeing you in this way. It's just jealousy here. You know, sometimes that jealousy and haterade comes from people we don't expect. Ooh. Oh no. Just dropped some cards. Okay. One more, please. One more. Got 2 more. Okay, that's fine. All right, and we have 4 with the home. Yeah, somebody that you live with or you lived with. It says family, father, close, somebody that is close to you. Again, sometimes the hate, the jealousy is from people we don't expect. Family man, okay. This could be, yeah, somebody in your family or somebody that is a family man. This could be somebody with a thick build, right? Kind of, you know, chunky. They're home oriented, and it says stocky stature. Okay, so this could also be somebody that is like in your family, or somebody that claims to be like a family person, that is like seeing you this way. Okay, and then we have 9 here with the bouquet, a gift, invitation, and friendly. So see how she has a trophy in her hand and she has the bouquet here? It's like she definitely won something. So again, women view you as somebody that is winning or somebody that has won something. Maybe they see you as having something that they want too. That's another thing, right? They see you as like, oh, pile A won at life, they won at a husband, they won at a job, they won whatever it is that they're claiming you won at, and they're jealous of that, and that's why they're viewing you in that way. Okay, it says beautiful physically, so you could be, very attractive, friendly, upbeat personality. Okay, so it says friendly, so definitely, yeah, they see you as somebody friendly. You're not somebody that's going to be a bitch with them, right? You're not somebody that's going to be a bitch with people. Again, you picked cuddly. They see you as somebody kind. They definitely see you as somebody that is kind. But then we do have these other people over here that are like snakes in the grass, right? Because these are people that you're not expecting to view you this way. But they're whatever. They're negative. They're jealous. All right, pile A, that is what I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Except you, copycat. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you that chose pile B, rough here, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with air. So you could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? Pile B, the way women view you, what I'm getting here with rough and air, is that they view you as somebody that's definitely going to stand up for yourself and talk back if somebody has something to say. You're definitely going to defend yourself, which is like the opposite of pile A, because pile A, and that's how women view them. It's not that that's how it is, but that's just how they're viewed, almost as if somebody is going to say to something to pile A, and pile A isn't going to like, say anything back. They're not going to clap back. They're just going to walk away. As to with you, pile B, women view you as somebody, like if somebody has something to say to you, you're going to clap back. You're definitely going to come back and say something. I mean, with rough and air here, I mean, come on now. Air signs definitely have it on lockdown with arguing back. There's like nobody can beat an air sign at an argument. You just can't. They're going to get you. So, okay, so they definitely see you as somebody that is going to clap back if somebody has something to say. But let's get some more cards and see how else women view you, pile B. How do women view pile B? Yeah, I just heard they view them as a B. Okay. And you pick letter B. Okay. So pile B. Sometimes some women view you as a B. Okay. They definitely view you as a B sometimes. But again, maybe it's because you're just going to defend yourself. We have brown here. We have brown with all these trees. Earth element, right? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So you might be one of those earth signs. Here with brown, it does talk about like spiritual connection too. So women, feeling a shift in energy. So women probably view you, oh look, and it's all these trees, right? And this card rough is a tree. It is the it's part of a tree here, the picture. And then this came out. So they see you as somebody that's probably grounded, and you're probably somebody that likes to be outdoors. You like to be out in nature, and also spiritual. Brown is also like connecting with the spiritual side. So they see you as somebody that is spiritual, somebody also connected with nature, things like that. But also somebody that is not going to be like, oh, you just because I'm spiritual doesn't mean I'm not gonna slap a bitch. You know what I mean? They know you're gonna slap a bitch and then pray for her later or something like that. So there's definitely these two sides of you that how women view you. They don't see you as goody goody, and they don't see you as like this evil villain or anything like that, but they do see that there's this duality to you. So definitely giving Gemini vibes, right? Gemini has that duality about them. 21 breaking down to a 3 with large. Okay, pile A also had large. This elephant is very, it's feminine energy, it's ancestors, it's very wise. So again, they see you as somebody very connected to spirit. Maybe there's even like, I'm getting like you have this look about you. You could even have like a goddess look to you or something about you that it just very like otherworldly about your look. Very pretty, very attractive is what I'm getting. Oh my gosh, and this card also came out in pile 8. Are you kidding me? Are you, these two cards? Okay, so silvery here makes me think of moon energy, right? The moon, Cancer, Pisces, water element. It's also, you know, feminine energy. So again, being very connected to the spiritual side. You know, high priestess energy here with this card, silvery, very high priestess energy. They definitely see you as somebody that has a lot of spiritual knowledge. Hmm. It's giving me vibes of there's this girl that I follow. She's really young, very pretty. She has red hair and she has a botanica, you know. And so she's always kind of like doing these videos on Instagram. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. Where she's giving you advice like how to prepare a candle for this and how to do that, and you know, she gives you little spells and things like that. And she's like, hey prima. She always says hey prima at the beginning of every video, which means hey cousin, right? And she always says hey prima. And then she's very sassy, right? She's very sassy. She's very nice, very sweet. But at the same time, it's like, don't F with her because she's got these spells. If you're going to F with her, she got a spell for you, you know? So it's giving me that type of vibe. Like, this is, you got that energy like her, like, hey, prima girl, you know? I forgot what her Instagram's name is. But anyways, you're giving me that vibe. I'm seeing her in my mind's eye where, again, very nice, very sweet. You got a lot of spiritual knowledge, but don't F with me because I got something for you. I got something for that, you know? Okay. We have 39 here with fresh. Look at these fresh strawberries here. Oh my gosh. So, um, I just heard in Spanish right now, this expression about like, here comes like the strawberry, like the strawberry girl, which means kind of like the uppity. Like when you say that about somebody, it means like you see the female as being somebody that is like uppity, somebody that is kind of like, you know, very frou-frou, that type of bougie, I guess you could say. So this is kind of like somebody bougie. So maybe women view you as somebody that is like bougie. Again, it's like there's this duality to you where yes, you do have this spiritual side, but you might dress, you know, you might dress very bougie. Okay, a very feminine energy. All right, so let's go ahead and get some tarot cards from my homemade Barbie deck. Okay, what is this? The Two of Swords. Speaking of duality and air element, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Two of Swords is Libra. It's the decision, right? What to do, what to do. It's that duality. Yeah, definitely. Women see you as somebody like that. Okay. And we know that Libras be dressing. They call Libra salad because they be dressing. So yeah, maybe you be dressing here with this fresh, you be dressing fresh, right? Fresh, dressed like $1,000,000. All right, let's go. How do women view pile B, please? This card wants to come out. We have the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Isn't she pretty in pink? So see, yeah, it's something about the way you dress, something about your look. Definitely. Okay, the Ace of Cups. You know, very loving energy, very open energy. Again, maybe you're spiritual and you share a lot of spirituality. Um, but you're also not the one. You're also not the one to mess with. Okay. Ace of Cups is water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What is she holding? Hold on. It says happy birthday, Barbie. Oh, and she's holding a present. Okay. Because I was getting that energy of like you're also somebody very giving. And so it's like Barbie's receiving a birthday present. Yeah, they see you as somebody very open, very loving. You probably are somebody that is like a great gift giver. You know, you probably give good presents on people's birthdays, or your love language is just to be, you know, very giving, very of service to others. Yeah. You're all about like helping others, helping them learn, helping them to expand their minds, their knowledge, their pocketbooks. Like you're just very much of somebody that is of service. but again, you could be a little rough too if somebody's gonna, you know, come at you in the wrong way, which I like that, right? I definitely like that. It can't be all love and light all the time. Not while we're here on, you know, on the earthly plane. Okay. Oh my gosh, the cards don't want to come out. How do women view pile B, please? How do women view pile B? Oh, okay. Got a lot of cards. So we have the Empress in the reverse. This is Libra again, Libra Taurus. It's in the reverse. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. We have the Two of Cups. Oh my goodness, in the reverse. And this last card here, the Seven of Wands, and she's got that skateboard in her hand. Definitely makes me think, you know, you're going to go skating, have a good time, but at the same time, if somebody's going to come at you, you're going to use that skateboard. Okay, so with the Empress here in the reverse, Two of Cups in the reverse, Page of Wands in the reverse. I also feel like women see you as somebody that's gone through it emotionally. It could have been with relationships, right? Where you've been in one maybe bad relationship after another. Like, you know, maybe you're divorced, or again, you've just been in terrible, you know, relationships. Maybe you've made terrible judgment calls on certain relationships, right? And they see you as like, oh my gosh, pile B has really made some mistakes here. But again, it's like they see you as somebody that has a lot of knowledge. It's like you learn from it, and maybe you share that knowledge and say, you know what, I was in a relationship like that too, and let me tell you that I learned from it. And don't ever go through it, don't ever do it, don't ever do what I did. So again, I feel like you definitely share a lot of knowledge. You're open, you're very open about things. So they do see you as somebody that's kind of been through some pretty bad situations and relationships. And that also could be why they see you as like somebody that has like that feisty energy, because you're not going to take crap from people. It's like you've taken it before, you've taken it in the past, and you're no longer that person, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and get some cards from this Santa Muerte Tarot. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that. The Lovers, Gemini energy, air. What did I tell you? Yeah. Okay, yeah, they definitely see you as somebody very loving. You have a very open, very loving energy, but again, they see you as somebody that's really been through it, been through the ringer with relationships. Five of Pentacles, Earth element, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So yeah, you could have definitely been in some struggles, even financial struggles. Even financial struggles, even though you're always trying to help people. And again, maybe you're trying to help them to get their finances up. You're trying to help them get their relationships up. It's like you're trying to help people, but it's because of like all the experiences that you've had that it's like you know about it. It's like you come from a place of experience, and they see that you definitely know what you're talking about. You're not just talking to look good, or to, you know what I mean? You're not talking to try to like get yourself points. You're talking because you're coming from a place of experience. Communication, here it is, the Eight of Wands, fire element, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, you're talking because you definitely come from a place of experience. All right, let's go ahead and get some cards from this other homemade Barbie deck I made. I just made this one yesterday, and I made it like really quick. So okay, this video is the first time I'm using them. All right, so let's go. All right. Okay, we have 18 with the dog. See, loyalty, friendship, and adoration. Yeah, people see you as somebody very loyal, somebody that's a very good person, very loyal. You're definitely a ride or die type of person. You're definitely a ride or die type of person. So again, if somebody comes after you or your friends or your loved ones, you're going to come back after them. Okay. Large brown puppy dog eyes. Okay, so you might have large brown puppy dog eyes, and if you don't have them brown, you just got those puppy dog eyes, that puppy dog stare, that love me, those eyes that say love me, right? Yeah, because you definitely do have that about you. And you also, it says dark shaggy hair, kind of like a dog, right? So you might also have dark hair, or you might have like that shaggy hair, that curly hair. We have the writer here. Okay, so news, visitor, messages, vehicle. You probably drive a lot too, is what I'm getting here. Okay, it says tall. You might be tall, you might be fit, well dressed. Okay, ambitious. You're somebody ambitious, and again, this is the energy you give women. But yeah, you might drive a lot. Okay, and then we have woman here. Yeah, exactly. Feminine energy. Okay, important in this situation. You're very important to a lot of women. How they view you, it's like they view you as somebody very important. And she's carrying her bag, like she has her bag like this. So they definitely see you as somebody that is like carrying the bag. You're the one that's able to like basically do it. You're definitely able to do it. It's kind of like you don't need somebody to bring you something because you can go after it and get it yourself. All right, let's get 3 cards here for my friend Raya's Life is Beautiful deck. I'm going to have her Etsy linked in my description so you can check out all her decks. Okay, we have 54 breaking down to a 9 with unaltered reality. Okay, you think you can't alter your reality without modifications, distortions, or manipulation. You see things as linear and straightforward. Open your mind to the power of your subconscious and its powerful manifestation to change your reality. Unaltered reality. Yeah, so I feel like women see you as somebody that has changed their reality, because again, you've gone through some really bad things that you've cut, like you've changed those things, like you're no longer entertaining situations that aren't for your highest good. Yeah, this card is in the reverse. Okay. Divine masculine. Look at that, the divine masculine 30. Tap into your divine masculine side to help you build strength, protection, assertiveness, and clarity that will help you create a balanced and harmonious environment, fostering growth, stability, and progress while empowering others to reach for their full potential. This is exactly you. Okay, you look, you have this feminine energy here, but you also tap into that divine masculine energy. And again, like I said, that's why you're not somebody that is like, oh, I need somebody to come save me or come do for me, because I'm going to go after it myself. I can get it myself. You're definitely tapped into that strength, assertiveness. Yeah, again, you can definitely be assertive when you need to be. You're in that feminine energy, but you can also tap into that divine masculine when you need to. All right, one more, please. One step too much, 64. You may believe that moving at a fast pace is crucial to seizing opportunities, and slowing down could hinder your progress. However, rushing could lead to life-altering mistakes. If you feel you've hurried, slow down and reassess. If you sense pressure to succeed quickly, remember that what is meant for you will come to you regardless of time. I feel like you definitely explain this to people a lot. Like, this here is something you're constantly telling people. Like, when it's for you, it's for you. Don't rush into anything. Don't get with somebody, look for the red flags. I feel like because again, you've gone through things, you've gone through these rough situations, that you're able to tell people, look, just wait, just give yourself time, just think about it, just look at everything, look at it all. And like, this is the advice I feel like you're constantly giving people, especially women, right? Because this is how women view you. They see you as somebody that's constantly giving them this advice of like, wait, don't rush into things. All right, well, that is what I have for you, Pile B. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you that chose pile C, this card here, Gigantic, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with Earth. So you could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, okay? So we're going to take a look at how do women view you. All right, getting like women view you as somebody that, I see like you're somebody that is a good friend. They see you as somebody that is like there for people, um, but also there for them even when you're not around. So it's almost like those that you care about, you've given them encouragement, or you've said things to them that remain with them, basically. Or they can be like, oh, I had this friend, Pile C, back in middle school, who was so nice to me when everybody was a bully and everybody was mean. Pile C was so nice to me, and that really stuck with me. And I appreciate that. And I carry that same kindness they gave me, I carry it with me. And you know what I mean? So that's how I'm getting it. It's like even when you're not even there, or you're not in their life anymore, they still carry that with them. You're still with them. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Pio C. How do women view Pio C, please? Okay. Oh my gosh, this card has been in every pile. Are you kidding me? This card has been in every pile. Large here. So we have gigantic and large. Look at that. Okay, so they see you as a very big presence. Again, maybe you made an impact in their lives. You know, you're somebody important to them, especially your loved ones. Your female loved ones really do love you. You're very important to them in their life. Okay, it's also feminine energy. It is also ancestors. Okay, it's a lot of knowledge. Okay, what do we? Oh my, you're listen. We have slippery and silvery. Silvery has also been in every pile. Come on now, it's also feminine energy. The elephant and the silvery card have been together in every pile. I'm not kidding. Okay, and again, they're both very feminine energy. Silvery is the moon energy. It is the feminine side. So they see you as somebody very feminine, or maybe very soft, right? But with a very big energy. Oh my gosh. Slippery here with 26 breaking down to an 8. Maybe you're also somebody that likes to spend money a lot too, is what I'm getting here with this slippery card. Um, you might like, yeah, you might like shopping, going out to eat. You might like, you know, a lot, like just doing a lot of spending basically. Okay, we have hot here. Is there, what number is this? Is there a number on this? Oh yeah, I'm like, I can't see. 3. Okay, so card 3 here with hot. So yeah, they see you as somebody hot, right? Maybe very attractive and also very, very, very hot, very fiery in nature. So, you know, maybe like a fire sign, right? Aries, Leo, Sag. They are very fiery. Or spitfires, right? That's what I'm getting here with you. That you're just like a firecracker. Huh. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get some tarot from my homemade Barbie deck. What do we have here? We have the sun. Speaking of fire, Leo energy, the sun. Yeah, you're very fiery, right? Very hot. You're like at the beach. Maybe you like going to the beach a lot. Maybe you like being out in the sun. Okay. Okay. I feel like you tell a lot of jokes too, or you have a sense of humor that can take it. Like there's people that can dish it but can't take it. Now I feel like you're somebody that can dish it and can take it. Like I feel like you have a very like just your sense of humor. I feel like it's very light, like it's funny. Like I don't know, I really like I like that feeling that it's giving me about your sense of humor, you know? So you probably tell some good jokes. Maybe even some colorful ones, you know, that make people blush, but they're funny. Oh, look at over here. We got Ken. Look at Ken doing a pose. It's the 6 of Swords, air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so you've moved on from things and people. You've moved on from a lot of things that were probably hurting you and holding you back, and people know this about you. It's like you've had your comeback, basically, is what I'm getting here with this card. It's like you've had a comeback from whatever you went through. You've had like a major glow up too, is what I'm getting. So women view you as somebody that's had a glow up. So, and this is fire energy. The sun is Leo energy, and we know Leos have a great head of hair, right? So maybe you have a great head of hair. And people are like, wow, pile 3 has had a glow up, and look at their hair, look at their skin. They look so good. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, fire again. Aries, Leo, Sag. Look at that big, beautiful dress. It's so poofy. Poofy and red. It's in the reverse. So, hmm. Some women also might see you as somebody that is like conceited. They might see you as somebody that is conceited and you think like really big of yourself. Yeah, you large and gigantic here, right? They might think like you have a an overinflated ego. This is some women and probably haters, right? They're probably the haters because, like I said, there's a lot of women here that remember you with like really nice thoughts. Like your words have stayed with them, your kindness has stayed with them. But then we have some women here that look at you like you have a large ego, large, right? With the elephant, you have a large ego. You think you're bigger and badder and better, you know? This is we know that the Queen of Wands is like the most witchy, I guess you could say, of all the queens. She definitely has like the magic touch, right? And she lets it be known, like you don't mess with her, right? And so with that, I'm getting that like some women might look at you and be like, oh, Pio C thinks they're all that, or they think they got spiritual gifts, or they think they're so witchy. They think. That's what they say about you, that you think that, but that you're not. Which again, it's their jealousy, it's their perception. They're just talking crap, but obviously you are. You definitely do have I'm hearing mysticism. So there's definitely like you have this knowledge of like the hidden things, the things you understand a bigger depth of certain spiritual things that others don't get, is what I'm getting too. But then you do have some women here that say that you don't know, you know. Hmm. Those are just the haters. Let's not even worry about that, okay? Let's not even worry about those, because right away off the bat, the first thing that came out was those that remember you having kind words for them, you that were a friend when no one else was a friend, that type of thing. That's the important stuff. That's the stuff that sticks with people, not this jealousy, hateful shit here. One more, please. Let me get two more, actually, please. Okay, and we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. Look, it's all these girls, kind of like a girl band, right? They're like singing or whatever, but it's in the reverse. It's like you don't want conflict. It's like you don't want to deal with all the pettiness, and you definitely do have a lot of petty women in your energy. What I am getting is like you're attractive. There's you're something about your look. It has a very maybe dark, mysterious look, or maybe you have dark hair, or dark makeup, or your clothes, or something. There's this like mystery about you, but it's very attractive. And then you have these women that are very petty and jealous, and they're saying, "Oh, C's not that attractive," or they think they look good, but they don't look good with that makeup, or they blah blah blah. So there's definitely a lot of pettiness here, but you're not entertaining that pettiness. You don't want it. It's like you know, you don't want to entertain that. And then we have the five. Wow, another five here. So we got two fives that came out together. We have the Five of Cups, and look at her. Look at her here, looking all cute, posing, right? Posing in that like bathing suit in the water. Five of Cups, water element, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. She's like doing a pose. It's like they're taking her picture in the water. And again, yeah. So you definitely do have this pettiness and um, jealous women that look at you like, oh, they think they're all that, and they're not even that cute, and blah blah blah. You know. So, but you've definitely gone through a lot of things. You've also gone through grief. You know, and that could be another reason why you're not trying to entertain these petty people, because you're like, I got other things in my life going on. Like I'm focused on the important people, those that I care about, those that are kind to me, those that have positive things to say about me, not those that are like, oh, look at, you know, Pile C, look at their like that's not something you're entertaining here, is what I'm getting. All right, let's go ahead and get some tarot from the Santa Muerte. You might have had losses too, you know, big losses, a lot of grief also in your life. And it's like they know that. It's like these women know that you've been through a lot and you're still standing. And somehow like some are very proud of you and happy for you. And then over here we have some that are just jealous. We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you've definitely been through a lot. You've had a lot of burdens. We have the Queen of Cups here, water element, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And you have a very big heart, you know? You have a very big heart, but at the same time, it's like you have these other women here that don't like it, that don't like your kindness, or they're like, I don't want your kindness. I don't want anything from you. I don't want you to be nice to me. You know, it's like, okay, we have the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. He has a Ouija board. I don't know why he always makes me think he has like long hair and a beard, but he doesn't. I don't know what that is, or if he's like wearing a cloak. It looks like he has a long beard and long hair. but he's playing with the Ouija board. As above, so below. I definitely do feel like you've had a loved one or loved ones pass, and you've definitely gone through a lot of grief, a lot of burdens, a lot of heartache. You have a lot of responsibilities, and again, it's like you still manage to stand, you still manage to pull through, you still manage to make it look good, you still look good, and and again, it's like some people are very impressed by that, and then we do have the haters over here that are talking about you because again he's playing with the Ouija board, and here with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, I feel like people are saying like, oh, you're not, you're not spiritually gifted, or you're not a witch, or you're not this, or you're not that. It's like they're being very judgmental of whatever you're saying or doing. It's like they're trying to discredit you, basically, is what it looks like. All right, let's go ahead and get some cards from this other homemade deck I made yesterday. I just made it yesterday, so it's my first time using this one here. All right, let's see what comes out for you, Pioc. How do women view Pioc, please? All right, we got two. Okay, we got the birds card. Card number 12, gossip. Yeah, there's a lot of gossip. Look, but it also says sorrow and anxiety. They talk about you. They gossip about you. I mean, look how put together she is, right? But they gossip about you like these birds that got nothing else to do. Sorrow, anxiety. You've definitely been through a lot. Okay, some of these women that gossip and talk about you, they it says could have bird-like features. Okay, they could look like birds, they could have long noses, they could have beady eyes, long nose, beady eyes, possibly elderly, probably even like what you would expect for a grandma. These ladies, to know how to act better, they're the ones gossiping about you, like seriously. And then we have Cancer here. Look, exactly, Cancer energy, water element, fourth house. Okay, so this could be your energy, very motherly. Look at Cancer here. Look how pretty she looks, okay, with her little lace. Reminds me of something that Lucy, I'm talking about Lucy, huh, on I Love Lucy. Something that Lucy wore on I Love Lucy. And Lucy um, is a Leo, or was, right? She's in the other realm now. But yeah, Leo energy. Okay, so we have 36 here with the cross. Oh my gosh. So you definitely have gone through some things. Lots, lots of weight on your shoulders, loss, sadness, tragedy, grief. Like you've gone through things. And then you have, again, people that look at you and they're like, wow, how could you go through that? How are you still standing, going through those things? But then you have these gossipy other women that are, and these are like the church women though. Like, see how she's got her church outfit on? These are like the religious church women that are looking at you. And probably because, again, of this witchiness here with this Queen of Wands in the reverse, that they're judging you. They're probably saying these things happen to you because you're not going to church on Sunday, or these things happen to you because of your beliefs and blah, blah, blah. So it's these women, these type of women that are giving you those negative remarks. But again, we're not focusing on that. But yeah, so it says very religious, burdens. Yeah, burdens. Okay, religion and heavy price here. Symbol of grief. Yeah, you've definitely gone through a lot of grief. And then again, you have these gossipy, like church lady type women saying, well, these things happen because you didn't go to church on Sunday. You had that happen in your life because you weren't at church on Sunday, like that. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. 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 Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get 3 cards from my friend Raya's Life is Beautiful deck. Let's see how women view you. Oh my gosh, this card came out, but it came out in the reverse. You got it in the upright. It says outgrown. One card 100, and here we have the sun again, that Leo energy. Outgrown. You may have known a few people or someone in your life for years, but as you make strides in your life, they remain content with the status quo. It doesn't imply superiority over them, but perhaps it's time to broaden your circle to foster your personal growth. Exactly. Yeah, it's like needing to let these gossipy church people go, like just cut ties with them, not engage with them or talk to them. Maybe you have to work with them, right? But I mean, you don't have to talk to them about anything else if it's not work related. So, you know. Okay, 91. The competition. They see you as competition for sure. Okay, someone or a group of people view you as competition. Look at that. Instead of acknowledging your struggles or your strengths, I'm all your struggles, your strengths, they are attempting to undermine you, and without the credit you deserve. However, don't fret. Simply continue being yourself, and eventually your work will surpass their work. Okay, so yeah, definitely they see you as competition. That's probably these, like I said, if you work with them, it's just, let's just talk about work and that's it. Don't ask me what I do on weekends. Don't ask me anything else. Like, no, you don't need to do that. Okay, 22, naive and childlike. Being overly naive and childlike can lead to vulnerability, hinder understanding of consequences, complicate decision making, and impede personal growth. It's crucial to balance innocence with maturity, critical thinking, and self awareness to navigate life effectively and avoid potential pitfalls. So some of these people also, some of these women might also see you as naive and childlike. They think, oh, you believe in fairy tales. Oh, you believe in like ghosts, and you believe in things that aren't real. You believe in this. Like they really almost want to make it seem like you're dumb, basically trying to discredit you. You know, because they see you as competition. But you've outgrown these people. You've outgrown these women. Probably even this workplace. It's like, but you're definitely growing. You're progressing yourself, and you are moving on. Okay. All right, pile C, that is what I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile D, Sparkly here, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with fire. So you could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay? Pile D, we're going to take a look at how do women view you. I'm getting those women that know you. I'm getting for the ones that know you, they view you as somebody that's been through the struggle and maybe still continue to struggle, because it's almost like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And also they see you as somebody very patient, okay, because you definitely have the patience of a saint, because you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like they see you as somebody that's been waiting for things to improve, for things to get better, for things to change. And if you've gone about it all kinds of different ways, you've tried and tried to manifest things, you try to get things, you try to create resources, and it's like somehow it doesn't go through for you. It's almost like you and everybody else, all these women that know you, knew that you were like a shoe-in for that job. Like it's yours, you're gonna get it. You talk to the boss, you talk to the manager, whatever, you talk to the people, and they were so like, wow, you'd fit in great with our company. You're real good. You're, you know, sparkly personality, right? See you as sparkly personality, motivated, blah blah blah, like great. And it seems like it's for you. But then they decide to go and hire somebody else, and it's kind of like, huh? Thought I had it in the bag. Like it, and everybody else looks at it like, what? I thought Pile D had it in the bag. So that's what I'm kind of getting. Like for the women that know you, Pile D, they look at you like you've waited and waited for those moments. And it seems like those moments don't turn out for you. It's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like if there's blocks, they see as like there's blocks with you. There's blocks on your path that as you're driving down that highway, something stops for you. Like it just so close yet so far. Okay, it's how I'm getting it, like with the women that know you. But we're gonna take a look and see just how women view you. Okay, now for all three piles, the card large with the elephant and the card silvery with a silver candle holder have came out together, these two cards and all the other piles. So for you, let's see if it happens. Okay, it's just been those two cards have been like teamwork together, and every pile they've been present. So for the women, not for the men. But let's see, pile D, pile D. You know what? The cards don't seem to want to come out. It's almost like it's a very, they're getting hard. It's very, yeah, it's very like blocked. And that's how I'm getting that women view you as somebody like almost blocked. Like what the hell? Like are you cursed or what? What's going on here with you, pile D? Okay, we have Scratchy with number 6. Oh, look at that. We have Scratchy. It's the aloe vera plant, which is very healing. It's a very healing plant, especially when we get burned, right? When those fireworks burn our hand, we use aloe vera on it. So again, it's like something that stops this and becomes this. It's 6. 6 in tarot is the Lover's Gemini energy. Also maybe with your relationship or your romantic partners or your partner. It just it's very difficult, very blocked too. Maybe it's very blocked to get a partner, or you're just very blocked in the situation with your partner. We have smooth 19, breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1. Yeah, things should be running very smooth for you, but they're not. With milk here. Makes me think of like when everything's supposed to be good with milk, right? But then it's all scratchy here. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Let's get one more, please. Actually, let me get two more. Too many, too many. We have small, we have bumpy, green, and purple. Wow, we do not have the elephant or the candlestick. No elephant or candlestick for you, pile D. Okay, we have, I think this is fuzzy. Is it fuzzy? Yeah. Oh, furry. Okay, yeah, it's furry. Furry, okay. I don't know why with furry I'm getting like a dog lover, like an animal person. So maybe you have dogs, or you're just an animal lover. You're an animal person is what I'm getting. They view you as somebody very kind. Green. Okay, you have a green thumb. 12 breaking down to a 3. Hmm. And then we have 43 breaking down to a 7 with dry. Yeah, women see you also as somebody that doesn't like gossip too much or engage in like oversharing, you know? Like you don't gossip about your life and you don't overshare either. So it's like, you know, those women, they're in those gossipy groups and they love all that, and you know, whether it's online or in person, and it's like you just don't seem to partake in that, and they see you as somebody that doesn't like reveal too much of yourself, but at the same time they know that it's kind of like when something good's supposed to happen, it just doesn't. It just doesn't end up working out. Hmm. And here with the aloe vera and scratchy and green, um, you might also be, they might also see you as somebody that is very like, maybe you have like sensitive skin. Maybe you have like allergies. They see you as somebody that has allergies, or you have very sensitive skin, or you break out in rashes, or they see you as somebody that maybe has like, yeah, like skin issues, right? Maybe you have like skin problems. Um, Definitely giving me Capricorn energy here. Hmm. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Look at that. Speaking of Capricorn, here it is. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, and again, speaking of like maybe you're trying to get a new job or something, right? Because this is about putting in the work. Or this is like training, right? This is training at a new job, like you're really trying to do good, or you're trying to get the job, things like that. Hmm. They definitely see you as somebody that is a go-getter. Again, you really do try with that sparkly here. It's like your personality. You're really somebody that is like, you know, wanting to try things. You're not closed off to learning or trying or whatever, discussing things. But again, it just seems like it just almost stays in the initiation stage and doesn't progress from there. You know, or it's almost like, oh, you should be promoted and you don't, and somebody else does, and it's kind of like, well, wait, you should have been the one promoted because you know everything and you're so good at it and blah blah blah. And also kind of like being a go-getter as in trying to get money. It's like maybe you have a lot of hustles is what I'm getting. Maybe you also have a lot of hustles and how you make money. Like maybe you don't make money in one way, you have like all these different hustles to get money, like to try to make it work, you know? So they see you as somebody that does hustle. Oh, like we have the Hermit here. Okay, Virgo energy, Earth again. She's looking at herself in the mirror, like doing her makeup, getting ready. Yeah, definitely getting ready for work. Right here with the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have 9, which is the Hermit. Um, Definitely, you're somebody that puts in a lot of work. You're a hard worker, and again, I feel like you're somebody that you prefer more solo time than being in a large group, especially a large gossipy group, because you kind of don't reveal too much about yourself. You're viewed as somebody more quiet. Is what I'm getting. Somebody that basically like minds their business. You know, you're minding your own business. So you're not minding their business or anybody else's. You're just minding your own business. We have the Two of Wands here: fire element, Aries, Leo, Sag, and again, you're a go-getter, going after things that you want. You know, it's having that drive. To want more, and again, that's why they see you as somebody that's like like a hustler. Like you hustle, you have these different hustles to make money. You know, maybe you have a 9 to 5, and then you have all these other like hustles or a side business or things that you've done yourself, to try to have more, to try to have more money, because it's like they see you as somebody trying to get your coin. You're trying to get your coin and you're minding your business, basically. That's how women view you. Okay, and we have the Empress in the reverse. Okay, this is a Libra Taurus energy. It's in the reverse. She's wearing a green dress too. And then we have the scratchy, which is green, and then this green plant, which says green. So definitely a lot of green, heart chakra. Okay. Also, it's almost like your heart chakra, you protect your heart. And it's not that you have a closed heart, or you don't have any feelings or emotions, but because you are somebody that is caring and feels things, you protect yourself. And that's probably why you don't reveal too much of yourself. Like, you're probably somebody that on social media, maybe you don't post a lot of pictures of yourself or your family. Maybe you'll post pictures of like an item you bought at the store or something. Like, you might post pictures of the item but not a picture of yourself with the item. So it's like you're more protective of yourself and your loved ones for sure. They view you as somebody that has a very protective energy. So that's why you're a bit more dry with other people to share and like open up about everything. All right, let's go ahead and get some of these tarot cards real quick. You are the only pile did not get those two cards. Very interesting, very different. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse again. Yeah, maybe you don't have a lot of money, but you're definitely hustling to try to get it. You're definitely doing everything you can to get that coin, to survive, to get it. We have the World in the reverse. Yeah, things have not been progressing or moving on. Again, it's almost like just when you're headed somewhere, it stops. It gets you blocked. Something here is blocking you. There are blocks here for you, and I don't know. You might need to do a spiritual cleanse. We have the Tower in the reverse. Yeah, the Tower being in the reverse, Mars energy, Aries and Scorpio here, definitely says that you've been through some things already. You've definitely been through the Tower moment already. It's already happened. You've already had these difficulties. But it's like, not to say you're not making progress, but it's like it's been very, like, little trickles of it, very slow, and then when it's moving a little faster, it stops. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Don't like that. Hmm. You're definitely getting watched a lot too. You're definitely watched a lot by other women. They might not be saying anything to you, but they're just watching you. They're watching how, again, how, things are supposed to be for you, and then they're not. It's almost like it was meant for you, and then it's not. And they're just watching, almost like taking notes, or not saying anything to you, but they're watching of what's happening. They're watchful of it. Hmm. Let's see what else we have. How do women view pile D, please? How do women view pile D? That's too many. Ooh, I will only take the one that fell on my lap. Here it is. Pisces energy. Look at that. Pisces, water element, 12th house. Pisces is a dreamer. They probably see you as a dreamer. Again, you're trying different things. Karma, too. Pisces rules the 12th house. There's a lot of karma in that house, right? And so it's like, I don't know, people probably see you as like, oh, you're getting your karma or something like that, because again, they see you being very blocked. Things getting cut off when they're not supposed to be cut off. And again, it could have to do with finances, with money, with bringing more money in. Troubles here, maybe even with like conceiving too. Maybe you've tried to conceive a child and had a hard time doing that. It's another thing women are looking at you like, why has pile D not been able to conceive? Like, it's like you're being watched for sure, but you're not even somebody that really shares a lot. So it's almost like they're trying to, I guess, gather information on you, or like take notes, just, I guess, to be nosy, to see what's going on with you. You could come from a large family too. You could have a lot of siblings. Okay, we have Leo here now. Look at that. Look at Leo. Fire element, the 5th house. She's got her pink boots, her pink lace skirt, and look at her big hair, right? Big hair, Leo energy. Drama, right? We have drama here. So people, again, it's like you don't bring any drama. You don't entertain any drama. And they're like trying to find out. It's like they're trying to watch you to see what's going on, to find out about you. It's almost like they see your life as kind of secret, is what I'm getting. It's like they want to know more. The secret life of pile D is what I'm getting. Okay, what else do we have for pile D, please? And we have 35 with the anchor. Stability, yeah. Stability, intentions, long term. Yeah, you definitely do want long term money coming in. You want long term success. You want things to be long term, but somehow it's very little, or it gets cut off when it seems like it shouldn't be getting cut off. Okay. It says may have tattoos. Maybe you have tattoos, and people, that's another thing people look at. They try to figure you out, or try to figure your tattoos out. May have served in the military. So you might have served in the military. Okay. It's like almost like you're very reserved, right? So it's like a, yeah, it kind of does give those military vibes of being like put together and not saying much, not showing too much. Hmm. All right, so what do we have here? 37 with the pig. Okay, the pig talks about opulence. It talks about money. And again, you're doing all these hustles and trying to get money, trying to work, trying to be stable. You're definitely here trying to be stable, okay? Okay, it says you have expensive taste, brand names. Maybe you like those things, you know. Brings home the bacon. Exactly. Like I said, that's where your focus is. You're like, I'm minding my business and I'm working. Bringing home the bacon, right? Brings home the bacon, and also likes to eat good. So maybe you like to eat good. You like good meals. You like maybe cooking good meals. Maybe you prep good things, you know, things like that. And they're looking at you like, oh, Pile D can cook. They can get down. They really throw their back into that meal in the kitchen. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, feasting, success, wealth, expensive taste. Okay, status. And probably this is what you're going for. You're going for the opulence. You're going for the success, right? It's like you don't want to give up. You don't want to throw in the towel, even though a lot of times things don't seem to move in your direction. 23 with mice. Yeah, the mice is a very nervous energy, anxiety, stress. Maybe you've even gotten things stolen from you, right? Theft, mess, virus, disease. Okay, so even some women might look at you like maybe you're sick, or there's something wrong with you. Just judgmental, right? Just judge. I can't even talk. Just being judgmental, because, like I was saying here with these green cards, I feel like they might look at you and be like, "Oh, I think Pile D has like a skin condition, or they have very sensitive skin, or or they eat something and they break into an allergic reaction, like that type of thing." So women might also judge you as kind of like being sensitive about things that you eat. Now, some of these women might look like rats, okay, because there is the mice card. It says they might have rat-like facial features, okay? They might have, it says mousy brown hair. They might have that mousy brown hair. But maybe they dye it red too, okay? Maybe they dye it red or blonde, or, just another color, but they might have like brown hair. They might look like rat faces, but then they want to talk about your skin or your tattoos or your skin condition or your allergies. It's like, come on now, please, go look in the mirror first. So, um, hmm. But they also might see that you worry a lot about things. You worry a lot maybe about finances. You worry a lot about like the things you have, right? About losing the things you have. It's kind of like you work too hard to lose it. So you really do try your best. Get one more, please. One more. Too many. One more, please. Too many? Oh my gosh. One more, please. Okay, there it is. And we have 6 with the cloud, difficulties, confusion, gloom, confusion, shady people. You've had shady people in your life, right? Um, and this could be somebody with gray hair, or that salt and pepper hair. They like to twist the truth. They like to basically make up lies and say things to make themselves look good and make you look negative. You probably have somebody in your life that does that to you. There's like a lot of gaslighting. That's what I'm getting here with a female that does this. Okay, and yeah, so she might have white hair, or that salt and pepper hair. Here with blue, she's all this blue here. Yeah, definitely somebody that is lying about you, or that just lies to you, to your face. Hmm. Is somebody shady? Okay, let's go ahead and get from my friend Raya's Life is Beautiful deck here. We're going to get 3 cards. That was very fast. Okay. So we have Speaking Your Truth. One of the piles had this card also. Embrace your uniqueness and authenticity without the fear of judgment or rejection. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and open in sharing your truth. Yeah, because you keep a lot of things very closed off, very secret, very protective. But then you do have people like this lady here with the gray hair or the silvery hair, whatever, that likes to basically lie about you to make it look like it's in her favor. So allow yourself to be vulnerable and open in sharing your truth, knowing that it is an essential part of connecting with others on a deeper level. Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like you're basically more like somebody that's like, I'm a loner, Dottie, I'm a rebel, like that type of energy. You're more the lone wolf. You're not the big group, big gossipy type energy. Like that is not your energy. I mean, we do have the hermit here. You rather be alone, and that's more peaceful to you than being in a group of all these like gossipy women. That disturbs your peace. But when you do have them gossiping about you and saying things that aren't true, then here we do have this card saying speak up, speak your truth. You don't have to tell them everything about you, but speak your truth and be like, no, this person, what they're saying isn't true. Let me tell you what is actually true. Okay. Let's get 2 more, please. Let me get 2 more. Wow, the cards don't want to come out. See? You're really not into like speaking, right, or saying things. These cards don't want to come out. There's one there. Okay, we have piece of the pie, and that's exactly what you're just trying to do, is just get your piece of the pie here with number 4. 4 is the number of stability, so you are just trying to get your piece of the pie. Work hard, seize opportunities, and actively pursue what you desire. Remember that success often requires effort and persistence, so be proactive in pursuing your ambitions and don't be afraid to carve out your own path to achieve your aspirations. Exactly, there you go. Your own path, because again, it seems like the paths keep closing for you. The paths keep closing, so it's like you're going to have to carve out and open a path somewhere else. Okay, we have 107, watching them. There is someone in your life whom you find intriguing, whether in a negative or positive sense. You might feel consumed by them and have the urge to monitor their every move, which is actually what I feel is going on here. Like I said, it could be with this person that looks like a rat, that has a rat face, or it could be with this other woman who has the gray hair and is very gossipy. Okay, anyways, it's advisable to not spend your time being consumed by them. Instead, focus on living your own life. Exactly. Like I said, that's this person's energy, these people energy, because you are minding your own business and they're over here minding your business too instead of their own. So this is definitely the energy you have going on here. 107 breaks down to an 8. 8 is the number of abundance, and we have the 8 of Pentacles here. So I feel like this could be somebody at work, or the women at work, okay? The women you work with or whatever, the women in your environment that are watching you. They're just so intrigued by you. They're like trying to dig dirt on you, and they're just coming up dry. There's no dirt to dig. It's just coming up dry. They really want to know about you. But then we have this other woman that gossips about you. But anyways, that is what I have for you, Pile G. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Except you, copycat.